Yeah, good evening everyone. Can someone confirm whether I'm audible or not?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'll wait for the 5 more minutes and we'll start the session. Yeah, let's begin the session. You know, right? This is open session for week 10. You can ask any queries regarding week 10 or any other queries apart from week 11. Yeah, for week 11, separate sessions will be conducted. Yeah, please, like,
Ma'am,
yes,
can you please explain recursion?
recursion.
Yes, ma'am.
Recursion, you have some problem in some question, some specific question you have
Ma'am,
regarding.
when professors explained that it is a procedure that calls itself, I didn't understand that part.
Okay, only that sentence you have problem with,
Yes.
only that sentence. Yeah, procedure that calls itself. That is like, yeah, in the procedure definition you will have some statements, right? The procedure definition, but in the recursion thing, the procedure will have a statement such that the procedure will call itself. That is like, you can say, like, you you are familiar with that pseudocode, no? Mystery pseudocode. In that also we have written like, written mystery of some parameters we are telling. So in the written statements, if we are using that that procedure name, that is like we are calling the procedure again. In the procedure itself we are calling that procedure. That is like, that is called recursion actually. And also to happen recursion, like the recursion should stop at some point, right? Like, so there is a procedure we are telling, like, in the procedure we are telling return that procedure name only we are writing. That is like the procedure is calling itself. There should be some point where the procedure should not call itself and the procedure should terminate. That condition is called base case. And the other thing,
Mhm.
yeah, the other thing which is called recursion. So it will be better understood if we have taken some example, then it will be better understood. So some specific, now some, do you have any specific doubt regarding this, or the sentence is
I
clear?
was, yeah, I was watching the lectures and I couldn't understand this.
Okay, now is it clear, or still you have some confusion?
Um, Ma'am, can you explain it uh, with with the procedure?
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, we have recursion in week 9 only.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, this is a recursive procedure. Yeah, I want to, yeah, this is a recursive procedure
Mm.
because this procedure calculate of a comma b we are telling, no? This is like this is the procedure, this is what, just initialization of that procedure we are telling, that we are initializing that procedure. A comma b, we are passing this parameters a comma b. We are telling if a less than b, return calculate of b comma a. What we are returning, we are returning calculate of b comma a. That is returns in the return statement, we are calling that procedure again. That is like the procedure we are calling procedure again. That is recursion.
Okay, so it will go
The
back
procedure
that
is,
calculate AB again.
it will,
Parameter
yeah, it
B comma
will
A.
go and, yeah, with parameters b comma a. So after seeing this return statement with calculate of a comma b, so what see, if we have some return x, then what happens, the procedure will return the value of x. What, like whatever the value of x it was there, it will return that value. But we are telling return calculate of b comma a. That is, the procedure will go and compute the calculate of b comma a, because we don't have any specific value to b comma a. We are just telling calling that procedure again. If this procedure calculate of b comma a return something, so we are telling if a equal to b, then we are telling return b. So if the procedure calculate of b comma a is called again, let's say now in this case a equal to b, then return will happen, that is b will be returned here. So here the previously it has called calculate of b comma a, so it will return here, the b will be returned here, it will come. Okay, I should explain, I think I should use notepad something or something. Yeah, I will explain each sentence statement. Yeah, I am sharing notepad and see the procedure calculate. I'm using cal of a comma b. It is taking a comma b as parameters, and the procedure definition is like, so I will just show you how the execution happens. Okay, in this like, so the thing is like this procedure calculate is taking two parameters, a and b.
Okay.
Okay, so now assume like we are executing that procedure. We will check whether if a less than b. Okay, assume like a is less than b, so it will execute the statement return calculate of b comma a. So calculate of b comma a, it's not some value, like we are calling that procedure again. So the return statement what will do is what happens here after seeing this return calculate of a b comma a, because calculate of b comma a is not some value to return, so it will go and execute, like we are calling that procedure again, that is we are executing this procedure again, and we will check whether a is less than b. Okay, let's assume like now a is not less than b, assume like a equal to b in this case, then the now the calculate a comma b will return b. Here the this procedure which we have called again, like you are getting what I told. Yeah, now this is returning b, this procedure is returning b, so now it will go back and it will replace with b here. Now it will execute the statement return b, now the procedure will return b. So okay, we'll take some long case like three cases. So now in the first case, let's assume like a is less than b. So this calculate b comma a will be executed. So again this calculate b comma a will be this will be checked, this condition will be checked. If it is less than, again the statement calculate b comma a will be executed. So now this is initial call, calculate a comma b is like our first execution.
Okay. Ma'am, can we take some values?
Yeah, we'll take I'm just making you to understand this statement. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, and now this it will see, assume that that a is less than b. Now it will see the case like calculate of b comma a, sentence will be executed. Okay, this is our second call, like, and now this procedure will be executed again. Now what, like here, assume like a is less than b again, and return calculate of this procedure will be executed again. So now again this procedure will be executed.
But what is the point of doing this? If A is less than B, B is obviously greater than, I mean, not less than A, right?
Yeah,
When it's
I'm
going,
just making her to understand like how execution happens. I'm just asking
okay, the
some
flow of the
case.
execution. Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Okay, now
Okay.
after saying this, let's assume like now here a equal to b. Let us assume in this in this for this call, let's assume like a equal to b. That is now here the statement, return this, b will happen, not be like this procedure for this call we are getting b as output, but this call is called by some other call, that is like calculate b comma a is called this call. So now this now for this also we will get b only, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's okay. Now we'll do by taking some values, and I think you will understand better.
Yes, ma'am. Can you please take the values and
Yeah,
explain?
difference equal to a minus b, and we are checking. Okay, so we'll take a comma b as some values, any values. What values you want to take?
80 and 90.
80 and 90. Okay, can we take 8 and 9? It will be easy, no? Like
Okay, ma'am.
calculating difference and everything. Yeah, 8 and, yeah, we'll take 8 and 9. We'll check whether a is less than b. Yeah,
Yeah.
8 is less than 9. So this return calculate of b comma a will happen. Now b is 9,
9,
and
8.
a is 8. So this procedure will be called again with values calculate of 9 comma 8. Now this is checked. If
No,
a less than b, no.
it's
This
false.
statements, this, yeah, it's false. So this statement won't be executed. So it will come to next statement, that is if a equal to b, that statement will be checked whether 9 equal to 8, no,
False.
false. So the statement won't be executed. It will calculate difference now, difference of a minus b, that is 9 minus, difference of 9 minus 8 is 1. Yeah, we'll check if difference greater than b. Our b is 8, so this has already replaced for this call. So difference is 1 and our b is 8. Whether 1
Hello,
is
ma'am.
greater than 8?
I
No.
can
Yes.
couldn't listen.
Okay. Yeah. Should I repeat from beginning, or where
Yeah,
you?
ma'am. I
Yeah, actually, okay, from beginning I will tell. The thing is, we are calling the procedure cal by passing the arguments a comma b as our
Yeah.
8 comma 9 as our parameters. So in the first statement we will check whether 8 is less than 9. Yes, 8 is less than 9. So this statement will be executed. Return cal of b comma a. Now the procedure cal of calculated will be called again with parameters 9 comma 8 this time, because a and b are exchanged. So now 9 and 8 we will call. Now this procedure, now we will start executing this procedure. Calculate of 9 comma 8. We'll check whether a less than b. No,
No.
like 9 is not less than 8, so this statement won't be executed. Now this statement will be checked whether 9 equal to 8. No,
Again
so
false.
this statement, yeah, this statement also won't be executed. Now difference will be calculated. Difference, that is 9 minus 8 equal to 1, right? Difference is 1. Now this condition, if 1 greater than b, our b is 8,
Again
whether 1,
false.
yeah, it's false. So else statement will be executed. In the else, what we are telling,
Calculate
return
8 comma 1.
calculate of b comma difference.
So 8 comma 1. Calculate 8 comma 1 and it will
8
again
comma
go
1.
to procedure.
Yeah, calculate 8 comma 1 will happen.
Okay.
So yeah, 8 is less than 1.
No, false.
Yeah, 8 is not less than 1. It's also false. Is 8 equal to 1? False. So this difference will be calculated again. Difference equal to, now 8 minus 1.
Yeah, 8. It's
Minus
7.
8 minus 1. Okay, I will replace this value. It's a bit confusing. 8 comma 1. Difference is 8 minus 1, 7. So 7 is greater than 1. Yes.
True.
Yeah. So return calculate of difference comma b will be executed. What is our difference? 7
7 comma
and what
1.
1? Yeah, 7 comma 1. Is 7 less than 1? No.
No.
So
Okay, ma'am, I understood. It will keep on calling itself.
it will keep on calling itself until it returns some value.
Till it returns B. Till A is equal to B, it will keep on calling itself. Yes, ma'am, I got it. Thanks.
Yeah.
I'm
For
sorry.
others,
In the first iteration, when you did 8 comma 9, right? A is less than B. Now it is true. So return cal b comma a.
that is
So
9
cal
comma
process
8.
9 comma a goes.
Yeah.
It calculates if 9 is less than 8. No. So it goes to the next statement. Okay. If a is equal to b. Now in this particular step, the values of a and b are, a is 8 and b should be 9, right? Because only if the cal statement is a procedure which just
So
passes the
our
value. It does not
statement is like, no,
it
this
does not
is like
reassign the
our
value,
this.
right?
Now it will reassign the value. Now our a is 9 and our b is 8 in this case. Yeah, it will like,
Only for
we
the
are
procedure call, right?
only, see, if we are telling like, if you are calling, okay, there is some procedure, random procedure, I'm telling like procedure only random, and it takes some arguments x comma y, some parameters x comma y. So in the, like we are telling, we're calling that procedure random with values 3 comma 4. If we call like that, so whatever, wherever x in our procedure random will be replaced by 3, and wherever it sees y in the procedure, it will be replaced by 4. So x comma y values will become 3 and 4 respectively. Like whatever we do here also, if we are calling calculate of 9 comma 8, that is our a will become 9 and b will become 8.
Okay. I was not so sure about this. I still have doubts, but yeah.
Yeah, this is like, this is how it happens. Yeah, it's, I can't prove it like, but this is how it happens, like random.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Do someone has this doubt regarding this recursion? If you have some doubt, you can ask definitely now.
It means here in the return cal b comma a, here this in procedure means first cal a procedure cal a comma b. And if the condition satisfies, this value will interchange. That's it, na? In the first cal.
uh,
Means if A
yeah,
is 9,
yeah,
A is
yeah,
8 and B is 9. Then,
yes.
and initially if suppose A is not less than B, in that case it will
Then
directly go to if A is equals to B.
equal to B. Yeah, yeah, yes.
Okay, then it will return B and then it will,
If both
okay,
values
oh,
are
then,
same, then it will
hmm.
return any one of the value.
Okay, okay, and if it is again not the case, then it will go directly to difference A comma B.
Difference
Okay,
equal to A minus B. It will
B,
go.
sorry,
Yeah,
A minus B, and then 1. And
yeah.
at the end, what the procedure is returning, that I did not
So,
understand.
like if you do computing like that, you will get a case like where A equal to B. That is like finally you will get like 1 equal to 1 or 6 equal to 6. That case will definitely happen. So, if that case happens, then we should return this B value.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
this
at
is
the,
yeah, this
okay,
is
then,
our base case. The thing is like um, we are making the equal the both the values which we have passed as equal, like both the values should be equal. Like if we are passing x and y, the x and y must be equal. If they are equal, then we are returning B, some one value. Okay, that is how this, that is base case. So we took like we should program this. We should write this pseudocode such that we should make a case like A must be equal to B. That case must come, and if that case comes, we should return some value. This is a
okay,
termination case.
until unless we get A is equals to B, we
It
will
keep
be
on.
in the same procedure again and again. We
Yeah,
will
yeah,
rotate in the same procedure.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We will get some value only in the base scales. Other than that, we will keep on calling that procedure again and again. That
Procedure
is
again and again.
recursion. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Only in
Thank you.
base case we will return some value. Yes.
Okay, okay. Thanks, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Any others? Like you have some doubt regarding this recursion? You can ask now.
I think we can go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Definitely, we can take other question. Yeah. If you have some queries, you can definitely ask now. Yeah. Any conceptual doubts till this week 10, you can ask. For week 11, separate sessions will be conducted. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, I thought we are going to solve on the joinpd.com. Okay.
Yeah. Yesterday session was that only. Yeah.
Mm.
Yesterday we have solved that week 10 practice assignment questions itself. If you,
Oh, okay,
have you
okay.
gone through those questions?
No, actually, I couldn't.
Yeah. You can see and you can ask now if you have some doubt. Yeah. Everyone, have you gone through those content, and have you tried solving that graded assignment and practice assignment questions? Yeah. How is the quiz like? People has no doubts in quizzes also. Quiz paper, some any query in quiz questions.
No, it's not the case actually. Actually, preparing for term one final exam, which is on 8th August, and I think they have started from week 5. So I don't think, and the result came out yesterday evening, and after that, particularly I started studying. So
Acha, how like are you satisfied
Same with me
or
also.
like how?
yeah, I am satisfied. Uh, Actually, I do have doubt in CT in this qualifier exam.
Yeah, you can ask qualifier paper doubts also.
Okay, sure. Just let me open my question paper.
Yeah, this is like open session. You can ask any queries till week 10 or quizzes or mock or anything. Qualifier
Okay,
or
okay. Hello, ma'am.
yeah.
There is a question. Uh, Actually, it's a pseudocode. It's a question
Can you
number
tell the question number?
49, set B.
Okay. Okay. This it's not in the practice test. No, there is something like quizzes. Yesterday it was there like quizzes thing.
No, it's in the
Quiz answer keys. Yeah. It's not here.
qualified exam. Written.
Uh,
Uh,
It's under the
it
supplement.
is uploaded on the portal actually, and supplementary content.
okay. In the other portal page. No, let me open that. Okay. Okay. That is like a qualifier which set B or set A.
Set B, ma'am. Set B.
Oh,
Hello, ma'am.
yeah, yeah. I'm trying to open that. Okay.
Yeah.
Set B. Yeah. Now, which thing are you able to see? Qualifier paper only. This paper only. Yeah. Are you able to see that qualifier set to paper?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Like what is? Your doubt?
No,
What,
ma'am. Was not.
what's her doubt? Actually,
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, I can see it, ma'am. I can see it.
yeah. Now, what's your doubt?
It's question number 49 in our set. Now, can you go
Can you
down?
tell? Yeah. Can you read?
Yeah, yeah. Little bit down. Next question. Next, next, next. Again.
This one?
No, no, no. Next. Again. Next. It's total x dot total and y dot total. That one. Next. Next.
This one?
Next. X dot total and y dot total. Here the answer is twice the number of something is the answer. But I marked it as it is always zero. Mm.
Okay. This tries number of duplicate. Yeah. I think that I have opened other set.
No, 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 ma'am. Set is correct. Just a minute. पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच एंड नाउन वाला क्वेश्चन था ना उसके नीचे है.
Ma'am, I think you scroll down. You have to scroll up.
हाँ या little bit up, little bit speech noun pronoun no.
This
Yeah,
one,
open
ma'am.
correct.
This one.
Yeah, this one, right, this one, correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
The following pseudocode is executed using scores dataset. What will count represent at the end of execution? Okay, we need to find what is the value of count represent at the end of execution. Okay, count equal to 0. We are initializing the variable count to 0, and we are while table has more rows. This we are going through the rows of scores dataset and read the first row x in the table 1, move x the row x to table 2. Okay, while table 1 has more rows, so it will start iterating from the next card. So in this next iteration, every card will be compared with every other card. You know regarding this, like in the next iteration we are comparing every card with the card, or you have some doubt regarding that?
No, no, I know, means comparison with every card with every
Yeah.
other card.
Okay. Yeah. So now count equal to count plus compare something of x dot total comma y dot total. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
So when we come to this point, compare something x dot total. When this compare something, we read something, compare something, then we'll go to the procedure compare something, right?
Yeah, we'll go to the
Mhm.
procedure compare
Mm.
something. It's taking a comma b. A comma b is like x dot total
X
comma
dot
y dot
total,
total,
y
and
dot
that is
total,
the
right?
total marks of each like the cards. So
Yeah.
it will check whether whether x dot total is greater than or equal to y dot total. If it is greater than or equal to, we are returning 1. If not,
Mhm.
if x total is less than y dot total, we are returning -1. So
Mm.
it will the procedure, this count will be replaced by, for this first case it will be either +1 or
Mm.
-1. uh, if let's say if it is our first card. And count equal to count plus compare something of y dot total comma x dot total. So and now like yeah, now if the procedure, if the statement returns 1, what will this down statement will return? -1. No, because we are calling y dot total comma x dot total here. Here we are calling it with parameters as x dot total comma y dot total. So let's take our total as 250 and 300. X dot total is 250 and y dot total is 300. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now it will check here whether 250 is greater than or equal to 300. No. So the
No.
first statement will return
Minus
-1,
one.
and the second statement will return +1. Okay. Because we
So
are
why
calling
don't
with y dot total,
so
y dot total comma x
when we
dot x
come
dot
to the compare something y dot total comma x dot total, y dot total become 250 and x dot total become 300 na.
yeah, by no, x dot total, I told x dot total is 250 and y dot total is 300. Now here the values will be 250 250 comma 300. Now in the statement y dot total will be like, that is our y dot total is 300 and x dot total is 250. Now for this call, y dot, you the thing is like, in the first case, okay, you have some confusion regarding this, no?
Yeah, right. Here only.
Exactly the point, ma'am. Even I was having this.
Yeah, so I will
Mm.
write here. Yeah, x dot total we are telling as 250
Mm-hmm.
and y
Y
dot
dot
total
total.
as 300. Is there
Mm.
some background noise or only my noise, my voice is audible to you?
Yeah, no, your voice is audible.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now the procedure compares something in the first call. The
Mm-hmm.
procedure compare something of x dot total comma y dot total we are calling, no? That is
Mm-hmm.
like 250 comma 300 here.
Mm.
In the second call, the second statement, now we are calling the procedure with parameters y dot total comma x dot total. What is our y dot total? It's 300.
Oh, okay. Actually, there only got the confusion because in the second comparison, I took y dot total as 250 and x dot total as 300.
Yeah, but the
No,
thing
but
is like, you should take like this.
I took it like I did as the way you're telling, ma'am. But in that case
Okay.
also, it always remains the answer. There's zero.
Zero.
No, it
Yeah.
won't remain zero. Let's take the case like both are 250 and 250. X dot total is 250 and y dot total is 250. So how the execution will happen? Procedure compares something of a comma b. That is 250 comma 250 we are passing. If a greater than or equal to b, we are checking whether 250 greater than or equal to 250. Yes, it is greater than or equal to 250. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is we are returning 1 in this case. For this
Mm.
case also, in the
Mm.
second case also, we are passing 250 comma 250. We will check here again whether
Yeah,
250 is
right.
greater than or equal to 250. Then
Yeah, 1
1 will be
plus
returned
1.
again. So we
Yeah,
are getting, yeah, we are
twice the
counting
number of them.
that
Yeah. We missed
by
this
only for
equal condition. Yeah. You're
yeah,
right. Both
if it,
parsec
yeah,
will be missed.
yes.
Yes, got it. And I
Twice
get
the
confused
process will be
always
this.
with the MSQ answer type. Means in question number 2, I think here 2 or 3. Question number 2, 3.
Which is the wrong statement.
No, not no, wrong statement. What will be the count represent? Like here. No, just no.
Actually, no,
That
this
up
questions will be
up
randomized. No.
scroll. Actually, yes, in this question, I always get confused in such questions that I got this one number of words. Uh, next question, second. Yeah.
Okay, this all
Se-
we
next
are getting
second question.
confusion with.
Number of question number. Here in this question, number of
Yeah.
adverbs. Here I got
Okay.
this as correct. But again, I get confused with how this number of adverbs is correct. But how number of words other than adverbs which have more than okay.
Okay. The case is like, okay, you want to count the words, all adverbs you have to count, and
Hmm.
also all the words with the letter count greater than 5 you have to count. Only the
Yeah.
thing, you have to count only those words, not
Hmm.
anything other than that. So there will be, okay, now in the first
I
statement
got
you
C
are
correct.
telling
I mean, got this one. I was confirmed that C is correct. So I tick only C, but I was not sure about D. So
yeah,
uh,
yeah, the thing is like, you should avoid that. Okay, you should count only adverbs and the words with letter count greater than 5. You should
5.
avoid that overlapping case. That is like, so if you have already counted adverbs, you should count only the words uh, other than adverbs with the letter count greater than 5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you have already counted the words with letter count greater than 5, that is the adverbs have already counted. If the adverbs if there are some adverbs with letter count greater than 5, those words also will be counted in that. If x dot letter count greater than 5, in that case the adverbs with letter count greater than 5 also will be counted. So we should count only the adverbs with the letter count less than 5, because they have already counted
Okay.
in this case. So
Okay.
here also, if we have counted the words parts, like if the like if we have counted all the adverbs, like if we are telling number of adverbs, like that is like we
Hmm.
will
Hmm.
count all the adverbs with the letter
Adverbs,
count
right?
less than 5, equal to
Hmm.
5, greater than 5.
Yeah.
So in the other case we should count only the words with letter count
Great.
other than
Other
adverbs
than
whose
adverbs,
letter count is greater than adverbs whose letter count is greater than
5,
5. You
right?
should count only those
Right.
words. Yeah, because already adverbs with letter count 5 greater than 5 are already counted
Mm-hmm.
there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we have, if you write it in this way, if we have already counted the words with letter count greater than 5, that is the adverbs with letter count greater than 5 also will be counted. So you should
Yeah,
count
yeah.
all the other words, other adverbs with letter
Adverbs which
count
are 5 or less.
yeah, with letter
Yeah,
count
right.
not
Right.
not greater than. That's the thing. That is the other way of writing this.
Yeah, right. Now I got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Can you show the options for the marks? We haven't seen the options. I'm just watching. So the previous example, we want to see the options and want to know the answer.
Previous example,
Yeah.
this count something, that compare something.
Yes.
Hello.
So in this one, everything else we get the count as 0 if we have difference. So only when the mark is same, we get this option, right?
Yeah, we will get
For everything
yeah,
else, C will become 0. Count will be 0. Is that so?
count will be 0. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Ma'am, can I ask something?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please explain graded assignment week 9 question number 11?
Okay, week 9 question. Okay, yeah.
I've gone through the solution, but somehow it would be better if you could explain it again.
Yeah. Week 9 graded assignment question 11. Graded assignment only, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm unable to see the question 11. Where is the question 11? You are seeing this last question.
Yes, this one.
Yeah. Okay, we are setting. Okay, like whatever you understood, you first explain. Okay.
Actually, I have drawn the BFS tree, but my order was in the reverse case, so I got the incorrect answer. So how to proceed in this thing? That is the way I want to know. Because of the iteration I is not equal to 3, my graph was inverted in this case.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we are taking P as empty dictionary initially and S as empty list, and we are setting p of 3, like we are making in this dictionary, we are making 3 as a key, and we are making that value as -1. So, and for p of s, like we are calling dfs of a comma b. A is our, actually this question is related, no, somewhere it has some theory. Yeah, A is a 6 by 6 matrix, and we are calling the procedure DFS with the A, and also with that B and C, S and I. The thing is that only, no. Yeah. Have you done the execution the similar way?
Actually, I was just done the DFS at vertices 3, but my direction was in the reverse case because of the condition I is not equal to 3. So where I am getting wrong, I could not figure it out.
Okay, could you explain like what is happening in this DFS procedure? Yeah, the thing is like I want to understand like how is your understanding, and where you are finding trouble. So could you, do you want to tell like how you executed this DFS procedure?
Mm, in this case, I've just drawn a directed edge. If there is a edge between one vertices to another, and if it is not that, then I've taken it as 0.
Okay.
Uh, then in this case, for if condition, if means that if condition is checking whether there is edge or not,
Yeah.
but thereafter that
It's
parent
not only checking whether edge or not. Yeah, you are telling. Yeah.
but that parents equation, that line is somewhat not clear exactly what does it does.
This is not is key of parents comma j. That is not clear to you.
Mm,
This one, this
ah,
statement is not, okay. Not is key. Oh, sorry. This is image answer, right? Yeah, not is key of that actor, and you are seeing that statement. So is key will check whether that particular j is key of that parent's dictionary. If it is a not a key, then we will execute that statements. Are you understanding or not?
just proceed further so that it will be more clear.
Okay. The thing is like, yeah, have you gone through the solution?
Mm, actually, by solving the question, I've got the answers for question number 8, 9 was partially was correct, 10 was there, but in 11th somehow I could not figure it out. That is why, even though after going through the solution, I could not figure it out that why my path for the direction was in the reverse case.
Okay. Yeah. The better way to explain you is like think you haven't understood the solution. Actually, everything will be written clearly. So why it's very slow? So this is the question now. So we should understand first how this DFS procedure is working. So in the first procedure, we are passing graph, that is matrix, as our argument, and parents is a dictionary, and sequence is a list, and I is some value. So in the first sentence we are telling sequence equal to sequence plus I, that is we are appending whatever I we are passing to our list, and we are iterating through for each j in columns of graph, that is we are iterating to each and every node of our graph, and we are checking if graph of ij equal to 1. So whatever I we have passed, and we are checking whether, like, let's say we have passed 1 as our I. So we will iterate through each and every node, like 0th node, first node, second node, third and fourth and fifth, in this for j equal to columns of graph. So we will check whether there is an edge from our I is like 1. I don't know whether there is an edge from 1 to 0, whether there is an edge from 1 to 4, whether there is an edge from 1 to 2, or whether there is an edge from 1 to 3, 1 to 5. Like we will check with each and every node that we have in that graph, and also we will check whether uh, is key of parents comma j, that is we are checking parents is a dictionary, and we are checking whether j is key of that parents dictionary or not. So we will check, mm, like if there is an edge from that our I to j, like from each node there is an edge from I to j, and also that j, if there is an edge, then we are also checking like whether there is whether our dictionary parent dictionary has j as already key or not, we are checking. So if there is like, assume like there is so from 1 to 0, initially our columns of graph will iterate from, in the first iteration it will be 0. So assume like there is no key of key called 0 in our parents dictionary. So it will check if graph of ij equal to 1. We will check whether there is an edge from 1 to 0. Yeah, there is an edge from 1 to 0. That is graph of ij equal to 1. Yes, it is true. And not is key of parents comma j. That is, we also will assume like initially our parents is an empty dictionary. We also will assume like there is no key like 0. So these statements will be executed. So we are making parents of j equal to I. That is like we will in our parents dictionary we will write a key called 0, and for that key we are assigning value of I. So our value of I is 1. So our parent dictionary will have 0 as our key and 1 as our value. And we are telling parents comma sequence equal to dfs of graph comma parents comma sequence comma j. So now we are passing this we are executing this procedure. We should execute the procedure dfs of graph comma this again. So with now our value of I is will be replaced by j. Our j is now 0 previously. So this is how the execution will happen with the ISJ. Similarly, everything will be executed as it is. Till now, is it clear? You have some specific doubt in the DFS procedure?
No, it's clear.
Okay. Okay. Now, if you understood DFS, you can solve this question easily. Which question? Last question. No?
Yes.
Okay. Now you are calling DFS of A comma P comma S with 3 as our I. So if you call that, because we have already initialized our P dictionary with P of 3 equal to -1. That is like we have made dictionary P, empty dictionary, and we have, by executing this statement, we are telling 3 is a key and its value is -1. So after executing this DFS of A comma P comma S comma 3, then this statement won't be correct, because already no, this statement will be correct only, right? Because we will execute through the columns of J. Initially our columns will be 0, so 0 is not key. And we will check whether there is an edge from 0 to 3. Yes, the edge from 0 to 3, and also 3 is not a what? Not a key. 0 is also not a key because J is our 0. 0 is also not a key of this parents dictionary. So we will make parents of J, that is parent of J is 0. 0 is equal to 3. That is we will make a key in our dictionary. Dictionary 0 as key and 3 as our value. So this statement will be executed again. Parents of DFS of graph comma sequence of J. Now, what is our J? J is 0 in this case. So you will go and check, you will execute this procedure again. Now, you have already made 0 as our key, right? Initially.
Yes.
So this statement won't be executed. So you will get written parents comma sequence. You will get parents and sequence this values. Now, what you have done in the parents for the sequence you have added plus of I. Our I is
I is the,
initially our I is 3.
yes.
Our I is 3. So 3 will be added and also 0 will be added. Here also 3 will be added. 3 is to minus 1 will be added and 0 is to 3 will be added here in this dictionary. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Yeah. Now, like, would you like to iterate further? Like for the further iteration, you please proceed like how this is happening in the further iteration. The thing is like if you do, you will understand better. So, would you like to iterate further?
Ma'am, I will try, and if some query will be there, I will repost it on discussion.
Okay, this is how you proceeded, or you have you have like proceeded in other way. Your execution is somewhat different, or in the same way you have executed.
It was in different ways. That is why I got the incorrect answer. Now I will try as you have explained and see if I'm getting the same answers or not.
Yeah, it's better. Like thing is like if I do this, I will get the answer. But if you do, you will understand where you are doing mistake, like why you are facing trouble. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Any other queries?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am,
Sanjeev.
please give us, ma'am, overview of week 10, ma'am, please.
Okay, definitely. Actually, it has already happened on which session? Yesterday is Friday, and Thursday session has already happened. It was taken by Omkar. Actually,
Okay, ma'am. Then I will see on my YouTube, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I
yeah,
didn't
it's
watch it.
okay. If no one is asking, I can repeat for you. Yeah, just wanted to know, like, you people are term people or qualifier people. Some people are qualifier batch, right? From qualifier, no?
Ma'am, I'm qualified, ma'am, but my account is not. I'm not login to the home page because I'm registered for, ma'am, 3 subject. I've given a payment, but I cannot log into the front page. Log into the week page, ma'am. Like written, so week 1, week 2, that page. I will not log into that page. Why, ma'am?
Now
Yeah.
it's working, ma'am. It was not working the entire day, but now from the evening
Okay.
it's working.
Okay, because they are giving some qualifier marks. No, today you got qualifier marks, huh?
In only one subject. In only one subject, ma'am.
Which subject you got?
In CT, ma'am.
CT, okay. Yeah. Okay. Like
Okay.
now you people, all people, like you, everyone are qualified right now, whoever has attended this. Yeah. Okay. If someone has doubt, you can ask regarding, yeah, Sanjeev has asked doubt regarding that week 10 summary. Yeah, I can explain if no one has some doubts on activity or this practice assignment questions. Yeah, we'll assume like no one has doubt. So I will discuss using the notepad like to summary of this week 10. Like the main topics which we have discussed here is like encapsulation, the lectures are encapsulation and object, class, object. Yeah, any other things?
Abstraction also.
Abstract,
No, abstraction.
abstraction. Yeah, abstraction is like it is related to here, encapsulation, abstraction. Yeah, okay, we can keep here abstraction. Okay, any other things? So in encapsulation, like uh, let's us like take our scores data set. In our scores data set, we have all the marks of the students. We have some fields there, like the fields are like name, gender, age, date of birth, marks, everything. Those are like our variables only, like we can define them as variables, and there are also like some procedures we can operate on those scores data set. Like we can find maximum physics marks, maximum chemistry marks, maximum total marks, and also you can find top three students who are top three and who are bottom three, or something like some procedures we can do on those our scores data set. So now you all know, right? So the procedures which we do on scores data set, which we operate, like which we can perform on scores data set, we cannot use the same procedures on other data. Like we can't do that, we can't use that same procedures or same fields of our scores data set to our words data sets, no. So there will be some other procedures. So what is the meaning of encapsulation is like we are bundling all the variables and procedures which are related to some particular data as single entity. Like we are making them as like you also know, right, what is capsule. In the capsule you will have some powder, like in our medicine also, like you will have a powder, the actual medicine inside the capsule. So like whatever which is related to our data, like whatever the variables, like whatever fields it can take, and whatever operations we can perform on that data, we are bundling them as a single entity. We are making them as single capsule kind of thing, that is called encapsulation. So that we will, so so that they are confined to that particular data set only, so others cannot access those procedures or something. And also we can find easily all the procedures, all the fields related to that data set. That's the thing, like bundling of that variables and procedures into a single entity is called encapsulation. You understood what is encapsulation now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, others, if you have some doubt regarding the encapsulation, you can ask.
So if you do the encapsulation, then the procedures can work, right? Of
Yeah,
different data sets.
procedures of,
Let's say we have scores and words and everything mixed as a capsule. Then we can execute the procedures of different data sets, right? Of the scores and because it will treat that as a single database.
so the thing is like how you remembered the class and object thing, no? In our class is a template, like uh, the it's a template and the object is an instance of that class. I will tell you like everything, I will explain you everything, won't be like. Okay, now in our class we will have template only. Let's take some example of classroom or any other real world example. Let's take our like car or some vehicle example. So what a vehicle will have, it will have like
We'll have it
some
attribute
what,
like vehicle number or registration number or chassis number.
okay,
Yeah,
registration number something. And also it will like what other entities it has, it has some, yeah, you can
chassis
tell.
number maybe,
What?
blur maybe,
Okay,
and
let's take our variable as our field. This is field as this registration number. Will it have any other private fields like any other thing specific to that vehicle? Only some. Okay, and other things like it.
specific.
Every vehicle will have light. It will have gears. It will have like let's like they will have wheels, tires. We can say tires. Mm, yeah, and also it will have like a brake. Yeah, let's take these are like, so this is like registration number is like it is very much specific to that particular vehicle. Like it is particular, it is very specific to only the vehicle, right? It is not common for every vehicle, correct? Registration number is only confined to the only particular vehicle. Every vehicle will have different registration numbers. So yeah, this is not common for all, not same, not, you can't say not common, it is not same, but definitely every vehicle will have registration number, but it is common for all vehicles. And light, gears, wheels, brakes, in that also like okay, we have procedure called light. If you call that procedure, then our vehicle light will on or something you can take. And so every vehicle will have light, but the light may not be same. But the thing is like every vehicle must have light. So gears also same, wheels also same. Like if it is a two-wheeler, the wheels may it will be only two wheels, and if it is a three-wheeler, the vehicle will have three wheels. So the thing is like wheels, the number may not be same, but the every vehicle should have that thing. So the thing is like all only, so this is a template. In that template we are saying that vehicle is a class is a template, I told. No, in that class we are telling every vehicle will have registration number, it will have brake, it will have light, it will have wheels, it will have gears and all we are telling, but we are not defining that. So while creating object, so you have created an object like, let's take some vehicle, any vehicle, some particular vehicle like any anything. Okay, we'll take some bike name like Pulsar or something, and you are telling, you are define, if you have created an object, then you should define all these things. You should define its registration number, you should define, the thing is like vehicle will have, the thing is like you may or may not define. If it is a cycle, then there won't be light, no. So the thing is like you may or may not define all the procedures, but you can take some of the procedures of those vehicle class. So if it is a cycle,
That is
like
correct. Yeah,
yeah, you may not take all the things, but it will definitely will take the what, all the procedures, all the behaviors from this vehicle class only. You may or may not take all the things, but definitely you will take some of the things from that if it is a vehicle. Yeah, that is object. So you are telling, why can't all why can't we operate some other data on that? What is your doubt?
Yeah, when you are mentioning about encapsulation of different data sets, right? So once they're encapsulated, a procedure
Encapsulation is
from,
like only this only. You are
yeah,
defining all the things related to this vehicle class, like a registration name, everything of that data, whatever vehicle thing you are defining, you are
okay.
bundling them as single entity. That is encapsulation. Yeah. So
Oh,
now what's your, yeah.
no, I thought when you're saying about encapsulation, you mean different data sets itself you are encapsulating as to the together.
No, you are not encapsulating different data set. You are like whatever operations or whatever behave, like whatever fields the data set has, a particular
Common.
data set has, you, yeah, common
Okay.
things, you are bundling them as a single entity. Yeah, that is
Okay. Okay.
encapsulation.
Okay.
Now I think now you have understood what is a class also. Class is just a template. You won't define exactly what is like, you won't define exactly, like you
The
won't define
data. Yeah.
registration number, you
Yeah.
won't give values, but the thing is like you will tell there is something called registration number, it exists. You can define those fields with some default values, but when you create object you will give actual values to those template, to that template, that is object. Okay. So
Yes. Got it. Got it.
yeah, now you have created some object called cycle. For the cycle you will give number of wheels, it won't have brake, it won't have this gears also, it will be those values will be default only, but the object still can access those values. So you can understand that vehicle, that cycle has no gears or no brake, no this light, by by seeing those values, by seeing that default values, you will understand like, okay, this object has no, it has no such behaviors called light and this gears kind of thing. Yeah, that is encapsulation. Abstraction is like, so there is something called private and public fields, private procedures. In our class we will have private fields, private procedures, comma public fields, comma public procedures. So this private fields and private procedures, we can access them within this vehicle class itself. We can't, even this object like cycle and pulsar, these objects also cannot access this private fields. So i- let's take this gears, this procedure. uh, Assume this as private field. Let's assume this as private registration number, this is private field. Okay. Now gears want to access this registration number, it can access within this class, it can access this registration number entity. But if it is outside, like if this cycle, if the cycle object, this object has to access those particular entity, it cannot access. If you say cycle dot, how can you access this entities? By keeping the dot operator only. So cycle dot registration number, we can't do this, we can't, not possible.
Right. It will
But
act only in the class of vehicle.
yeah, but if if this procedure gears has has some, like if it want to access that registration number, if it need to perform some operation with the registration number, this procedure gears can access, or this procedure light or wheels or brake or anything can access. Within the class we can access the private or public or anything, but outside the class, that is even the objects also cannot access the private fields or private procedures. It can objects can access only this public and public procedures. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. Within the class also, if they are private, they cannot access each other's.
No,
variable.
within the class we can access. Inside the vehicle class we can access anything, private, public, everything is possible inside the class. But this object, we are creating the object of vehicle class. Cycle is an object of vehicle class, and pulsar is also an object of vehicle class. These objects cannot access those private fields and private procedures. They can access public fields and public procedures.
Okay,
Is
so
it?
you're saying if registration number is made as a public field, then it can be, that
Yeah, object
that
also can
particular variable
access.
can be accessed with various, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, like regarding
Yeah.
this concept, there are many questions in our practice and the activity questions also. Many practice assignments and graded also, you can find many questions like even objects cannot access private fields and private procedures. Objects can access only public fields and public procedures. Inside the class you can access everything, private, public, everything inside the class you can access. Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
The thing is like this abstraction is for like kind of privacy. The thing is like if you have written some program, some very secure, the program should be very secure. Like the people, the you are providing some service to your client, let's say. Okay, you are offering some services and you are giving some service to your client. What the client should do, he can just use the service. He should not change that service. He should not change the values to that service. So by making those fields as private, you can say you can achieve this, right? You can achieve that protectedness by making that some fields, like the whatever fields this client should not access, you can make them as private. Remaining like other things, whatever he can, whatever we want to provide, whatever service we want to provide to him, we can make that as public. That's for that mainly this object oriented programming is used for security purpose, mainly for security purpose.
Yeah, ma'am, I got it. I think so there was little confusion between when we say private and public, with reference to what we are talking, made that confusion a little bit.
Okay, is it clear to you now?
Yeah, so here we are talking about the class.
Yeah, private and public are like we are concerned. If we say public and private, we are concerned with class and object. Right, everything is accessible in class, but in objects only it's not possible. If you mention something as private in your class, that is objects cannot access those things.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you. I think so we can move on to the next topic.
Yeah, others, like if you have some any other doubts, you can ask. Yeah, no one has doubts. Have you gone through those week 10 lectures and practice assignment and activity questions?
Actually, ma'am, we a little bit, at least for now, I was waiting for the qualifier score. But
Some people
still,
told no, you have
yeah,
already got
yeah, we
score.
have got now. So today we have started studying seriously a little bit.
Okay,
So
okay.
we didn't get
Yeah,
a chance to look more into that. Yeah, sorry for that.
yeah, yeah. I understood. Like you people are somewhat bit stressed whether we will
Yeah, we
qualify
were a
or
little
not.
anxious. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. Studying the previous subjects and previous weeks, we didn't want to bring up this confusion with it. So that's
I
why.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, no. If you understand the concept, this weekend contents are very easy. Like procedure, this practice assignment and graded assignment questions are very easy. Like if you understand, then it will be very easy. Like yeah,
Correct.
but the thing is, some questions will involve the concepts which you have learned in the previous weeks also, week 5, week 6, week 7,
Yeah.
8, 9. Yeah, list, dictionary,
Only thing I feel
matrix.
in computation CT is that questions, sometimes they're very open-ended and arbitrary. Even I can assume anything out of that question like that. Sometimes it happens. Uh, they're not very specific. I feel sometimes.
Specific to what? Like
Specific means they'll be more open-ended to understand the question itself. Sometimes when we have questions like which portion of the pseudocode is wrong, right?
mm,
One of the statement is wrong in that particular section. So
okay.
actually, if you see, the below portion also should not work properly, and I can say that the whole set of statements below that in the particular condition, if it is a if or while condition, are going to be wrong. But the expectation is that we only identify that particular line. We can say that if line 11 is wrong, line 12 is also obviously wrong because it is part of that loop.
Yeah, but in options also we won't use such that statements. No, line 12. If line 11 is wrong, if it is
Yeah,
in if loop, then we won't give like line. Even if we give, if we will specifically mention the reason, incorrect initialization or in misplaced initialization, yeah, you will specify, right? We will specify. No, the thing is like every statement should be treated as single. Like you should not relate that particular statement to previous statements. You should just think that as single statement. If there is something called a equal to a plus 1, we will see whether that operation is done properly or not. You should not relate, you should not check that statement. We should not see any relation, like if it is, if if block condition is false, then we should not execute this, then this is not. So you should, but you should treat it as
correct,
single.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Now,
you should
now I have started understanding the pattern and
okay.
the type of things. So it took a little while to understand that,
Yeah,
but it's good. Yeah.
yeah, actually this week 1 to 4 contents will be easier only, but after later weeks only you will find tough. So give more time for those weeks.
Yes, of course. Yeah. And I had one doubt, like question. In case in between the week we are having any questions or queries, can we reach out to you or any of the professors for the particular subject through
Yeah,
email or
definitely you
correspondence?
can
Okay.
you can use discussion forum, discourse, and also like for week we are taking 3 sessions. You can reach out us on any live session. In any live session you can ask your query, or you can write in that discussion forum. If it is, definitely it will be answered in the discussion forum, but it may take time. If something called live sessions are happening, you can definitely enter the session and you can ask your query there. Because every time, see, now we are left with half an hour and still we don't have doubts. So the thing is like you can ask in between, like every time you will get some time, every session you will get some time to ask your queries, so you can definitely ask there.
Okay. Okay. Is there any way to direct contact or that is not encouraged?
No, direct contact is not encouraged. No direct contact, like no email, like you can't
Okay.
email. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah.
It's okay.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I think so. I really got
Yeah,
some good inputs from what the way you explained and the pointers that I should use while considering the question itself. So that was
yeah.
really good.
Thanks to
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah. Any others, like any other queries? If if no one has doubt, then we can quickly open that big 10 practice assignment questions and we can solve. Actually, I have like this solving of practice assignment questions of week 10 has happened twice for till now, because yeah, on Thursday and Friday I have solved that practice assignment questions only. What is visible to you on your screen?
Ma'am,
Set 2.
hello.
Yes.
I have a doubt in qualifier exam
Okay, what
paper
is your doubt? Okay, what's your doubt?
CT 46 and 47 question number.
Which is it, like afternoon, forenoon,
Set,
set B or
set
set
B.
A? Set B,
Set
which
B,
question?
ma'am.
Okay. Okay, which question
46
can you?
and 47.
46 minutes. Can you tell this what questions?
Mm, yes, ma'am.
Which question? This question?
No.
This. Can you tell the question?
Upar. Question number, I think 5 and 6. No, 4 and 5.
This one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The following pseudocode is executed using the library set data set. What will A represent at the end of execution? So we are executing the statement on library data set and we are asking what the value of A represent at the end of execution. So I want to know how you executed this pseudocode. Just tell, like, what's your confusion?
Question number 5, I think.
Okay, this is not the question. Huh?
No.
This one, words data set.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, you please you just iterate through this pseudocode and you tell how we are proceeding, what is happening in this question.
Actually, I'm not understand this code.
Okay, what you haven't understood, count A equal to 0, count B equal to 0, we are initializing count A and count B to 0. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
And while table 1 has more rows, that is we are iterating through the rows of words data set.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
in that while loop we are telling I equal to x dot letter count, like we are checking, we are initializing our variable I to letter count of that particular word. If say, let's say if our word is 5, with word has letter count 5, then we are initializing I value to 5.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
It will change, like this I value will change for each and every card, correct? So if the next card letter count value is 4, I will be 4 at that time. You understood that or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. A equal to first letter of x dot word. So you are taking every time A as the first letter of our word. Let's take I. And B is the ith letter of x dot word. That is B is like last letter. Let's last letter. So we'll take our B as T. So A is our first letter of our word and B is the last letter of our word.
Ith letter means last letter.
Yeah, every time we are replacing I equal to x dot letter count. X dot letter count will be, what will be the so let's take our word is it. Then it has 2 as the letter count. And what is the like T?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, now I am understand. B
Yeah,
value.
B is like last letter only, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ith letter is like last letter. So we are checking whether if A not equal to B. Yeah, definitely we will check first letter I, whether this I is not equal to T. Yeah, now our I is not equal to T, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so you will go and check whether I is vowel. Yes, I is vowel. Yes, but if B is vowel, T is vowel, no. T is not vowel, but I is vowel. So the thing is like both A and B, that is like first letter and last letter must not be same to increment count A and count B.
Must not be same.
Not same as last letter. So if A is a vowel, we will check whether A is a vowel. Yes, it's a vowel. And we also will check whether B is a vowel. Yeah. Then we are incrementing count A equal to count A plus 1. So when count A will be incremented? When both A and B are not same. That is first letter and last letter is not same. But A and B must be vowel. Then only this count A will be incremented. When this count B will be incremented? When this A and B are not same, but A is vowel and B is not a vowel, then this count B will be incremented.
B is not vowel.
Yeah, B is not vowel because count B is outside of this inner if block. So if B is a vowel, then count A will be incremented. Okay, count B also will be incremented. Yeah, sorry, I confused here. The thing is like count A will be incremented only if first letter and last letter is not same.
Yes, ma'am. Count
And,
A.
yeah, count A. And A and B must be vowel. A and B are vowels.
How?
Are vowels, then count A will be incremented. You understood till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When count B will be incremented? When both, see, this count B is inside this if A is a vowel block only, and it is outside this if B is a vowel block. Correct? If block.
Yes, ma'am. That means if A is vowel, then count B incremented.
Yeah, if A is vowel, count B will be incremented and A and B must not be same. That is, if first letter is vowel and if first and last letter are not same, then count B will be incremented. And it also indicates that last letter must not be vowel. If last letter is vowel, then count A will be incremented. If last letter is not a vowel and first letter is a vowel and if both the letters are not same, then count B will be incremented.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, you understood? Do you want to answer those questions? Yeah. Number of words which start with vowel and end with a letter which is different from. You understood? Have you read those sentences?
Yes, ma'am.
It's clear, or you have some doubt in the answer?
But question number B, count A represent में start with end with different vowels बोला है ना इसमें?
Different vowel means first letter and last letter is not same. That is, A is not equal to B. A must
But
be a vowel, like I and like, let's say we have word
I.
okay, letter I, which it is starting letter, and A as our last letter. Here A and I and A both are vowels, but I is not equal. This I is not equal to A. That is like A must not equal to B. That is like both letters should be different. First and last letter should be different, but the both letters I and A, this both letters must be vowels. Then only count A will be incremented. That is like they should be different vowels. A and B are different vowels. Like we have A, E, I, O, U, no. So A can be A. If A is A, then B must be other letters other than A. You understood or not?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Number of words which start and end with different vowels. The meaning is like both must be A, and that first letter and last letter must be vowel, but they both must not be same.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Any other? You told two questions, no? This both okay. A and B thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I will open that practice assignment thing. If no one is asking out. Have anyone gone through this practice assignment question? Yes, someone wants to volunteer. Yes, Subramanya Mohan, do you want to volunteer this question for this question?
No, I have not seen that one at all. This is the first time I'm seeing.
Okay, but just be like, you haven't seen that week 10 content at all.
Not completed. I still have
Okay, it's just simple only, you can manage. Okay, the thing is like, class topper is a class. We are defining this class topper.
Okay.
Yeah, we have this private fields. Private fields are t value and mark list, and private procedure find top mark is a private procedure. So the thing is like, we can't access private fields and private procedures using object. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, these are public procedures. In the public procedures, we have procedure initialize, procedure add mark, and procedure eavesdropper. Like the thing is like, initialize procedure will initialize t value and mark list, t value to -1 and mark list to this empty list.
Empty list.
Yeah, the thing, we can access even these are private fields, but we can access inside the class. So we are initializing that t value and mark list in that initialize procedure, and in the procedure add mark, we are adding mark to mark list.
Okay.
And we are setting t value to -1. So after, like, we will set, if we call procedure add mark, we will set our t value to -1 and we will add mark to our mark list. And is stopper, this procedure is stopper of mark. What is like, we will, for this procedure is stopper, we are giving some mark and we will check whether that mark is stop mark or not. So for how it checks is, it will check whether t value equal to -1. The first thing we will do in the procedure is like, if t value equal to -1, then find top mark procedure will be called. So if t value is -1, then this procedure find top mark will be called. So whatever marks we have in our mark list, we will iterate through that mark. Each and every mark we will iterate, and we will see, like every time initially our t value is -1, no, we will check if -1 less than our current mark. If it is less, then we are making t value as a. So what our t value will store, can you tell?
Yeah. Correct.
If we continue doing that, what our t value will do, like we have
Highest
like,
mark it will be storing it.
yeah, highest mark in our mark list will be stored in that t value.
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. So whatever mark we have passed, it will be compared with our t value. If that mark is same as our t value, that is, if the mark which we have passed is same as top mark, then we are returning true in our is proper procedure, else we are returning false. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are we taking the true?
What?
We are getting a return value as true. That is used anywhere.
Yeah, we'll see.
The procedure topper mark is called somewhere.
Yeah, it we'll see this. Okay. Read this question. Let CT be an object of class topper. So CT is an object of that class topper. Choose the correct statement based on the definition of class topper. So we need to choose the correct statement based on this class topper procedure. It is a multiple select question. Okay. Now read the options and you tell which thing is correct. I have explained this pseudocode entirely. And
Yes,
you
CT
tell
find top mark. Yes, that's correct.
CT
Will
dot
return the
find.
maximum of, yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah, the CT find top mark. CT find top mark, where is that? Find top mark. Okay.
Will
Yeah.
it in okay, you are telling it. Huh?
Maximum marks of the object CT.
The thing is, like I told you, right? CT is an object of class topper, but find top mark is a private procedure. The thing is, like object cannot access that private procedure. So this option will be wrong. So CT dot find top mark will be wrong because we cannot access that object cannot access this find top mark procedure. Yeah,
Okay.
you agree?
Okay. Procedure stopper will not work properly. Procedure add mark does not set to value 1.
So we are telling like procedure is stopper won't work properly if the procedure add mark does not set t value to -1. If we are not setting t value to -1 here, then we are telling this procedure won't work properly. So is it correct or
That's
is it
correct.
wrong? Why it's it correct?
Because you will not be updating the mark list, no?
What? We will update the mark list. No, the thing is like we are telling is stopper won't work properly if t value is -1. If we are not setting t value to -1 in add mark, so we will assume like you are calling is stopper procedure by passing some mark. So we will
No,
check
what is the
whether
question? Which procedure you are calling?
is stopper. The
Is-
procedure is stopper will not work properly if the procedure add mark does not set t value to -1.
Yeah, yeah. If the procedure add mark does not set to value 1,
T
your
value to 1.
appending of the mark list is not mark to the mark list is not happening, is it?
Why it's not happening? It's happening. No,
No.
in the so the thing
Okay.
is like if the statement t value equal to -1 statement does not exist, what will happen to this procedure is stopper? Will it execute properly or will we get some error in that pseudo, like?
No, I'm reading this way. If in procedure add top mark t value is equal to -1, then the mark is appended, is it? The
No,
mark is appended to the mark
is
list.
there some condition like if t value equal
There is
to
no
equal
if
to
condition is there. There's no if
yeah,
condition.
yeah.
So
The thing is like if this statement does not exist, you should not see the statement like you should assume like there is no statement like t value equal to -1.
yeah, that statement is not influencing the procedure. So if it is not there, nothing happens.
You are thinking nothing will happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is like we have that mark list, let us assume like we have 10 marks in our mark list. Okay, now you are adding 11th mark in our mark list. Okay, the
Yeah.
top mark in our till the 10th marks in our mark list is, let's assume it's 90. Now you are adding 11th mark, that is 97. You are adding 11th mark as 97, so you are not setting p value to -1 here. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but now you are adding mark to our mark list.
Mark list, yes.
Now it
Okay.
has 11 marks with 97 as, like 97 should be top mark, but previously you have computed that top mark, it is 90 only. Okay.
Yeah.
So now this procedure is stopper you are calling with the mark as 97. You are passing 97 as argument, and you should check whether 97 is stop or not. So you will check whether t value equal to -1. It won't be -1 because you have already, if you have already computed this find top mark thing, then our t value will be updated with maximum value. For our 10 cards, t value top mark will be 90 only,
Yeah.
in previous case. Now you will check whether t value equal to -1. It's not -1, so this statement will be executed. If t value equal to mark, that is, you will check if 90 equal to 97. It's not correct.
No, you're right.
So the procedure will return false. But you have passed 97, which is the top mark in our list, but you got false because you are not setting t value to -1 here. So if you are not setting t value to -1 here, then it won't
The
compute
mark will
find
not
top. Yeah, find top mark procedure won't be executed. So whatever top mark will exist, like previously before adding that mark, that top mark only will be written. So every time after adding mark to your mark list, you should find new top mark.
right. That will not be appended. That will
Yeah,
not be updated.
that will not be happen if t value is not set to -1 here, because you will check every time. Like if his stopper procedure is called, you will check whether its t value is -1. If it is -1, then only you will call find top mark procedure. If it is not, like if t value is already updated by some mark, then
It
you
will
will
not be
simply
updated.
read. Yeah, that's why this option. Now you read this option.
CT find top mark will return maximum marks of the object CT. No. Which option you're talking? It's third option, is it?
Yeah, second option you understood. Is it correct or wrong?
Yeah, it does not have an impact. We already decided.
It
CT
does not have any impact, I told.
because okay, later in your explanation, if it is t value is not -1, 97 will not be updated and it will remain as 90.
Yeah, the thing is, the procedure is stopper will not work properly if the procedure add mark does not set t value to -1. Is this statement correct or false?
T topper will not work properly if the add mark does not set to t value 1. That is correct. 97 will not be updated and 90 will remain as it is as per our example.
Okay, you are correct. Okay, then go to the third option.
T value and CT mark list can be updated directly. Got to see the procedure again. CT T value.
The thing is like ct dot t value and ct dot mark list can be updated directly or not. Is it correct or not? Can we update t value and mark list directly?
What does it mean? Directly means whether T
Okay,
value
you
without
will
not
set.
setting to -1.
So you will say ct dot t value equal to 0. Can you do that? If you do that, t value will become 0. Is it possible? Is it possible to set t value to some value? That the thing is like ct dot t value and ct dot mark list can be updated directly or not?
No.
Why no?
Let's go to CTT value. T value mark list. We don't have any room to set value directly, no?
Okay, the thing is like you can directly see by using the objects, you can directly set the values. So ct dot t value you can call, and you can set it to some value. It is like you are saying a equal to some value, like you are initializing, that is the thing. So but the thing is like you can't do it because
You
t
got to
value
call
and
the object.
yeah, t value and mark list are private fields. If they are public fields, if both t value and mark list are public fields, then ct dot t value you can say, you can write ct dot t value equal to some 0. Then what it will happen is for that object ct, t value will be 0. Yeah.
Just because it is a private procedure, we cannot call it into CT.
Yeah, private. So the thing is like ct dot t value and ct dot mark list can be updated directly. No, you can't update them directly, but you can call the procedure initialize, and you can initialize. So ct dot initialize, if you say, then what will happen is t value will be set to -1 and mark list will be set to empty list. If you call ct dot mark list, then the ct dot this initialize procedure, if you call like ct dot initialize, if you say, then the procedure initialize will be called and t value will be set to -1 and mark list will be set to empty list. Okay,
Okay.
because it's a public procedure.
Yeah. The number of marks added to length ct dot mark list. That's where we are appending it. And can we see the procedure length ct dot mark list? Again, it's an object CT. We got to bring it in, and where do we find that one? Length CT dot mark list gives the number of marks added to the mark list.
So mark list is a list, and length of list will give the number of marks we added.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, okay. Is the statement correct or wrong? I'm asking.
Correct.
Why it's correct? I told you, I keep on telling you.
CT, okay, because in the previous option while discussing itself, we brought the new object CT, is it? And we initialized it. It's only for that purpose we discussed there, is it?
No, the thing is like mark list and t value are private fields. You can't tell ct dot t value and ct dot mark list. It's like it's not possible because they are private fields. You can't access them. ct dot mark list or ct dot t value won't give you anything because you can't do that. It's a wrong statement. They are wrong statements because they are private fields.
How do we use a private field and in this procedure if I want to use it for
if you want to use those procedure, if you want to use those, if you want to access those things, the thing is like these are public procedures. Initialize, add mark, and stopper. You can tell ct dot initialize. If you tell ct dot initialize, then t value will be set to -1 and mark list will be set to empty list. So but the thing is you are not telling directly ct dot t value equal to -1. You are not doing. You are calling public procedure initialize and you are making t value to -1 and mark list to empty list. You are not doing it directly, but you are doing by calling the public.
But in that question it didn't ask directly, no? In that option.
Yeah, but the thing is ct dot mark list you can't do. ct dot mark list you can't do directly. You should
but like in the previous option, directly it is asked, no? The qualified it directly. In the next option, they didn't tell about a directly qualification.
Because you can't even tell ct dot mark list. ct dot mark list won't give you anything because they're private fields. Okay.
Okay.
It's wrong access. You can't access ct dot. You can't tell ct dot t value and ct dot mark list. It's like I told, right? You can't access private fields by even by using objects. You can use only public fields. Here public fields are only
in this procedure, that particular private procedure can be used on CT? How?
CT dot find top mark you can't call directly,
Yeah, we
but you
can't call
can
directly, but you can.
call CT dot eStopper. So in that
Because
CT
these
dot,
are all public procedures, we can
yes,
call that one.
yeah,
But my question is how to call. No, okay, you cannot call a private procedure given. Okay. But do we have a workaround to call the private procedure in this one? No way we can do that, is it?
objects cannot call private fields
Object.
and
Okay.
procedure, private fields and private
Right.
procedures.
Okay.
But in class we can call. In class we are calling, like you can say CT dot eStopper. Okay, in the CT dot, if you call CT dot eStopper and if you give some mark, it will check t value equal to -1. If it is -1, then the find top mark will be called. So this is called by eStopper procedure, but the object is not calling find top mark procedure.
So
eStopper
class
is
is a
calling.
template, is it? On that
Yeah.
template, we create an object, and that instance cannot call the private procedure, is it?
Yes, but the class itself can call the private procedures.
So if I want to use a procedure, I got to create a class, is it? Then create an object on that class, then call that private procedure. Is that the way?
What?
If I need to call that procedure, I got to call through a class. Right. Okay.
Yes.
So what is the final and correct answer we said?
Correct answer is
Second option.
Yeah. Okay. Similarly, like if you understand this CT, you can't do CT dot private field, CT dot this private procedures, then you will be able to solve most of the problems and everything, and the remaining things are just procedures, normal procedures only. Like how do you execute the normal procedures in the previous weeks? The same things you can do. The same execution you should proceed, and you should solve the problems. The thing is, you should know about private fields, private procedures, and public procedures, and the other things, everything will be same. The procedure is like every time you will execute, no, in other weeks the same.
All right. In fact, I have not yet gone through those sections at all. This helps me a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, thanks. Like, thanks for joining the session. It's already 9:02. If someone has doubt, I can solve here. I can explain.
So, ma'am, let's become again back. Through this conversation, it was very obvious that it is very important to approach the question rightly and to understand the obvious facts about it. I think so. That's the main thing, and sometimes we miss on that. I think so. That's only the thing, because we have been doing programming so long, but looking at the code, it becomes sometimes we assume some things, and that should not be assumed. Like,
yeah, it should not be assumed. You should execute each and every line, then only you will get answer. Yeah,
I think so. If a generic session of how to approach the questions, in this field is sometime.
like there
I think
is
maybe everyone benefit from that. How to approach the questions, how
actually
to.
there won't be some generic. There, like generic is like you will understand everything. Like you should go line by line only. The thing is, if we want to help you in execution, then we should tell you like each line and line. That is possible only by solving the questions. That's what we are doing also, right? If you ask some query, then okay, then we will ask you like how you will proceed.
Yeah. I know that is correct, ma'am. But people like me, who are not students as of now, we have been working. So we develop a lot of conceptions, right? And it's hard to break that sometimes. Sometimes the assumptions are right. Sometimes we are not getting the right assumptions. I think so.
Yeah, the thing is you are not
So it
proceeding
happens.
in the correct way, might be.
Right. So a little bit, the studious approach way, I think so.
Remember, you are trying to tell that you got to unlearn certain things and relearn new things.
Yeah. Of course.
That's the problem with the working professionals, no?
Yeah, I mean, we look at when you are a student, when you don't know many things, you're obvious to look at things which are there in front of you, right? But then
It's a
it becomes
bliss.
difficult to understand things when you're having too much
Yeah, yeah.
knowledge. I'm sorry, but that is a fact. A little bit.
Yeah, the thing is like everything, like whatever, even if you know some language like C, C++ or Java something, you should remove all that and you should listen to CT, because CT, it's like you will explain everything in a generic way, but the in the languages you will have some restrictions like that, like you should not do this, you should do this. In some languages you can access that private fields also, so you should empty your mind and you should sit and you should like start solving it.
I thought the computer science guys with the C++, Java knowledge can do CT
Yeah, yeah,
easy.
they can do, but the thing is they will also will face some confusion, like that the concepts which they have learned there will not be same as like here what we are teaching, like we are violating some rules, like like we are teaching only common rules which are specific to the language, but like we are not telling
Language
us, yeah, we are not confined to that specific language. In the specific language something is possible, but in city we are not telling that, so that there is some kind of confusion there for those people also, but yeah, they can understand.
No, but still, even ma'am, I am not being any confined. I'm just talking generic, okay, because there is no further question. I'm just
Yeah,
talking generic. I've not been confined to any programming language. Give me any programming language, I can learn the syntax, and because logically and all those things I can, cover up. But this things of theoretical understanding of the question little bit challenges me. I think so. I've told this 3 times in this session, but really, it's a little bit challenging. I think so. I need to
the thing
pay
is
more
like you
attention to the
first
lectures. Yeah.
n- okay, the thing is like you should start solving problems, like give more and more time, start solving the problem, and like the thing, if you haven't got the answer properly, just go and look the solution. Okay, even that solution you have not even if you after seeing the solution, even that you have not understood the concept regarding of that question, then just you come to a live session and you ask your query, then we'll ask like where, like how you did that, like after doing what you got, like
Correct.
while solving you will understand your mistake where you are doing
The
it
way I'm
incorrectly.
approaching and the way I should actually approach it.
Yeah, yeah, then if you
That
do
is the
that some,
difference. Yeah.
yeah, if you do some groundwork, then it will be like, yeah, then the session will be more meaningful. The Yeah, this session is not for these sessions, no, like toppers they will know everything, they yeah, they by even even if they don't know, they will look the solution and they will understand. But the thing is like for the people who are facing difficult to understand, the thing is like that. But the thing is like some people will come, they are like they will have only few doubt and they will ask, and the others they can't follow that. So you should ask, you should stop in between, and you should after explain that question you should stop and you should answer that question, like you should ask that your doubt so that you will understand. If not, okay, you will many times it happens, few people won't understand, but we will just proceed because no one is asking, no one is interrupting between.
Correct. 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 That
Yeah,
habit has to go away.
yeah,
Yeah. Really. But I'm really, very happy with this session. I think so. The way you're explaining is fantastic. Fantastic.
yeah,
Really.
thanks, thanks.
It is changing my mindset to approach the entire content itself. Really
Okay,
helpful.
is
Really
this
helpful.
your first session or you have you attended any sessions?
No, ma'am. Really, I have not attended any such kind of sessions. Though I go through the
YouTube
content which is
links.
there, but then
Okay,
since I'm working, it becomes really difficult to follow the
okay,
timelines of the
times,
session.
acha,
Timeline
okay.
of the sessions. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah.
Ma'am,
Yeah,
I have a little bit doubt in qualifier exam question number 48.
set, which
Question
set,
number 48.
okay, set
Set
time
B.
ask to be. Okay, what is the question? Actually, I don't have that qualifier. This PDF I have. Which question?
Count A represent related.
Compare something, count A, this one.
No, ma'am.
Okay, which one? On which data set?
Ma'am, screen is not so.
It's not visible. My screen is not visible.
Actually, qualify exam paper screen is not showing.
No, you are not taken the qualifier exam question paper. You are showing some other procedure. We can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Okay, which question?
No, ma'am.
Is it long or is it short question?
Short question.
Third.
No, ma'am.
Short. Okay.
I think question number 8. I think. Yes, this one.
Okay. The following code is executed
No.
using the scores
Question
data set
number
at the end of 7.
7.
This one. I have explained this already.
No,
In
no.
this
This
session.
one is question number 6. Sorry. Yes, ma'am. Here, variable count is equal 1. I'm not understand why is this 1.
Okay, we are like, okay, I will go through this. We are executing the pseudocode on the scores dataset, and the question is like what A and B, A and count represent at the end of execution. Initially, we are initializing variable A and count to 0, and we are iterating through the cards of words dataset. We are reading card by card, and we are checking if x dot letter count equal to A. We are checking whether the letter count equal to 0 initially, and we will check whether the parts of speech is noun. So 0, actually our letter count won't be 0, it will be, obviously any card will have letter count greater than 0. So this statement, this count equal to count plus 1 won't be executed, and we will then our execution will go to this if block. If x dot letter count greater than A, yeah, any word will have letter count greater than 0, so this condition will be true, and we will check whether the parts of speech equal to noun. Yeah, if it is a noun, if the first word is a noun, and if its letter count greater than A, then we are making A equal to x dot letter count, and we are making count equal to count 1. So the thing is like, we are checking the nouns, we are finding the, in this pseudocode, in this here, we are checking whether our word letter count is greater than A, and if it is a noun. If it is a noun and if it is letter count greater than A, then we are setting A equal to x dot letter count. That is, we are storing the maximum uh, noun which has noun which has maximum letter count will be stored in variable A. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And we are making count equal to 1. If it has seen a word with letter count greater than A, and if it is parts of speech is noun, then we are making count equal to 1. In this if block, we will check whether if x dot letter count equal to A, and if the parts of speech is noun. So I have already, right, A will represent letter count of noun which has maximum letter count of a noun, the noun which can take maximum letter count. So it will check if the other word also has that maximum letter count. If it has, then we are making count equal to count plus 1. So by doing that, what we are doing, we are counting the number of nouns which has maximum letter count initially. After, like, so the thing is like, you will understand this question by taking some sentence as examples. Example, like you take our words data set as example. It was Monday morning, that data set, and you check like every time after finding this, after finding the nouns, after you separate all the nouns out from the scores data set, from the words data set, and you just execute this while loop, then you will understand this properly. But the thing is, like, every time we are replacing a with maximum letter count of noun. If it has found some new maximum letter count of a noun, we are making count equal to count plus 1, and you are counting all such words which have that maximum letter count.
So
That
we are
is
not
count equal
making
to
count
count
as
plus 1
count
we are
plus
doing.
one, no? We are
Here
not
we are
making.
making no. Here we
There
are
we are
making count
making.
equal
Here we are not
equal to count plus 1. That is x dot letter count equal to a. We are checking a will represent maximum letter count of a noun. Like whatever we have seen till, like the noun with the maximum letter count will be stored in a, whatever we have seen till now. Like if new card has come with the same letter count, or with the same, if it is a noun and with the same letter count as maximum letter count, then count will be updated. That is, count will be incremented by 1. So we will count all the nouns with the maximum letter count in that variable count equal to count plus 1. So if other new card, like if some new, okay, it was Monday morning, let's say Monday has 5 letters and morning has 6 letters. Let's assume like something like that. If our if a noun has 5 letter and if a noun has 6 letter, we'll see. So we'll check initially if x dot letter count greater than a. Yeah, 5 is greater than 0 and it's a parts of speeches noun. Yes, this condition will be true. Then our a will become 5, x dot letter count, that is a will become 5, and we will set count equal to 1. If our next card is a noun and if its letter count is also 5, then count will be incremented. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. And if next card we have
if we have next card as 6, we will check whether 6 is greater than 5. Yeah, it's greater than 5, and if it is also noun, if Monday is also noun, so we will make a equal to x dot letter count. That is, we are setting a equal to 6 and we are making count equal to 1, because we have seen only one noun with letter count 6. Now if other noun with the letter count 6 has, if we see that, then we will increment count. Initially when we see a noun with some particular letter count, we will make 1. If we have seen other word also, other noun also with the same letter count, then we are incrementing. For the first time we are setting it to 1. For the other occurrences of the same, of the noun with same letter count, then we are incrementing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that is, a will be the length of longest noun and count will number of occurrences of that longest letter noun. You understood or you have doubt?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, then thanks all for joining the session. Yeah, we
Thank you
have
very
other,
much, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Really appreciate it.
yeah, thanks for the feedback, and also please attend the sessions, like if possible, and like it will be more meaningful, much more meaningful if you solve the questions, and if you come, if you have some like after doing some groundwork, if you come, it will be like much more meaningful. Okay, thanks all for joining. Okay, we'll
Sure.
end the session.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.